All right, guys, it's time to watch this Willie Mac video. Okay, of course, standard Willie Mac video comes with a standard Willie Mac hat all the time, baby. I mean, I imagine you can still get this on the Willie Mac store, but I don't really know. If not, you know what? Sucks to suck. Anyway, it's about MrBeast. We really haven't looked at the MrBeast stuff since the first DogPack video because it was terrible, and I'm tired of people pretending that it was like amazing. It was terrible. There were some criticisms that were reasonable, like maybe he did like a potentially illegal, what was it called? Like giveaway or something? Cool, report him. But he probably didn't, or I mean, I imagine he has a team of lawyers. And then he went on and on about how MrBeast is evil for selling chocolate to people, to kids. Okay, I don't know. I just feel like it's so tired of this stuff. And there's a criticism that his videos were fake because in one of the videos, when you turned a valve, it didn't actually push the water out. When you turned the valve, the camera crew or whatever, the backstage crew, they would press a button that would actually release the water. So, like, a lot of, honestly, stupid criticisms. It's mostly in the wake of the Ava Chris Tyson stuff, so it's kind of just like Dogpile Central. I'm sure there are reasonable criticisms, but they're coming from, like, a lunatic. Like, I don't really understand. Everybody's like, oh, see, this is... It's just like, okay. I think normal people have tuned out of the MrBeast criticism because it's just boring at this point, because it's just so like it doesn't matter what allegation there is, everything just gets thrown into the pile, and it's like, okay, if you're going to be this unreasonable, I'm not going to listen to anything you have to say because, like, very clearly you're not trustworthy. I don't know. It's stupid. So I disengaged from it very quickly because it was dumb. I didn't feel like dealing with like morons, like acting like it was the most serious thing in the entire world. I mean, you're ignoring illegal lotteries. This is what I'm talking about, dude. This is what I'm talking about. This is the caliber of fucking moron that like listens to, like, that engages with MrBeast stuff. What did I say? Oh, he might have done like an illegal giveaway, which is what I'm talking about. I think you're smart enough to know that. And I'm like, if it is, yeah, report him. Okay, maybe, but he probably isn't. Sexual mistreatment of workers. What the fuck are you talking about? I mean, we'll see that. Maybe there's sexual mistreatment of workers. I've never heard of sexual mistreatment of workers. I'm not really ignoring anything. What the hell are you talking about with that? That's wild. I don't know. What did he do to the workers? Sexual mistreatment? What was he doing to the workers? That's crazy. I've never heard that before in my life. Okay. Anyway, thank you for $5 from Antares 1997. Myron's hair went from balding to budding. He is the new midget button. You guys know, one per stream. But anyway, let's watch this. Maybe we'll see the sexual mistreatment of his employees. Let's see.
MrBeast is YouTube's biggest creator turned villain.
Do you want a heart to save your life? Or do you want a MrBeast rap Tesla?
I would literally kill myself for a Tesla.
Good boy.
That now has lawsuits for harassment, causing psychological damage, paying for contestants' therapy. Many challenges involve children.
Alright, cool.
And there's even...
And if he did something wrong, I guess we'll find out in court, huh?
Allegations of him harboring multiple predators and protecting them.
These are some very serious allegations.
Oh shit, protecting them.
MrBeast's team, they are denying.
Oh, there's an allegation. Let's see what we got.
These allegations.
They can reach out to me and say they want me to say it was consensual.
As well as many other allegations, such as rigging competitions, faking videos, illegal lotteries, charity stands.
Yeah, I loved the faking videos part, because I remember that, because he used CGI that was very basic.
And causing obesity.
If you get a soda, it's over 2,000 calories for one meal. Or
Bro, like, this is what I'm talking about. This is a criticism you wanted to put in your video, that he sells food that's not healthy. Like, oh, okay, go after McDonald's.
Diet, and especially excessive sugar consumption, is the #1 cause of death and health problems in America.
Wow, so MrBeast must be the one causing that problem, huh? He's basically selling heroin.
Including some of the health problems that MrBeast claims to care so much about.
Some of this stuff is stupid, but other parts paint a dark picture that demands an answer. This is a complicated subject where criticism can be applied to everybody.
I heard Willie Mac was getting criticism for this video, so that'll be interesting.
Is seriously in the wrong. DogPack pushed false allegations, which is wrong.
There's allegedly domestic violence charges that were filed against him. And I say allegedly because it turns out there's a lot of people in North Carolina named James Warren who assault their girlfriends, I guess.
This guy...
Wait, so... Hold on. What's MrBeast's real name? I just want to understand what's happening. Who the fuck is James Warren? I don't understand. What does that have to do with anything?
Googled the name and ran a story to over 3 million people without confirming that's the same guy. The lack of common sense hurts my head. I need Z-Biotic pre-alcohol to get through this. fruity. We all have
Okay.
busy lives, and we can't waste a day stuck inside sitting on the couch because we had a couple drinks the night before. Pre-alcohol is
Bro, let me tell you, I just went back to my Manjaro after not taking it for a couple of weeks because I had to not take it for a endoscopy, and I feel like I'm hungover. I feel like I got beat up. I did also squat pretty good yesterday, but I feel like I got beat up.
the first genetically engineered probiotic. It was designed by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. When you drink
You
alcohol,
guys know the rules. We gotta watch it.
it gets converted
Jimmy equals James. So they're saying that he did a domestic violence. Oh, wow. Hopefully there's proof of that other than I found a guy with a similar name and said this happened.
into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. Just remember
Thank you for the... Oh, I'm not reading that. I told you I'm not reading that, dude. You only get one.
to drink this probiotic before drinking alcohol.
Thank you for the 8-month small gut from Hog Cycle. She dragging my balls till I Z. Okay.
Drink responsibly and get a good night's sleep to feel your best tomorrow. Me and my dad just went on a father-son vacation, drank one of these, hit a
Damn, must be nice.
punching bag, might have broke my hand, but hey, he's the one who was sleeping until 9 while I got up and went on a 3-mile run. So who's the real dummy? Not me. What I know is that it works, and they plan on coming out with all sorts of products that have nothing to do with alcohol. So if you want to stay in the loop, go to zbiotics.com/WillyMac or scan the QR code right now if you want 15% off when
Now, here's the thing, Mr. Macklemore. I have a question for you, bud. Does this thing help me jork it more? Because if you were like, this helped me jork it, because, you know, sometimes I go through a couple hours, I can't find the right video. You know, maybe I'm jorking and it feels pretty good, but then I gotta piss because, you know, MrBeast bars gave me diabetes. So I gotta pee middle of the goon and I kind of lose it. And then, you know, afterwards I lay back down to continue the goon. But, like, you know how it is. Right, fellas? Well, I don't turn this off. This audio's pissing me the fuck off. But then you know how it is, fellas. After you take the wee-wee and then, like, you're kind of done. Like, you can't really, you know, you're out of it. You're out of the loop after that. You know, you have to re-chub up, and then what you're looking at isn't quite so good anymore. It's also not fresh anymore because you just looked at it already. So you're like, oh, okay. Is it helpful against that?
using code WillyMac at checkout. And it's backed with a 100% money-back guarantee if you're unsatisfied for any reason.
Shit.
That's how confident they are in their product. Thank you, ZBiotics, for sponsoring this video.
Oh, Predator ring. That's wild stuff, man. I didn't know that this guy was the next P. Diddy. Well, you know, at least Johnson & Johnson will continue to sell all that that baby oil, which I imagine doubles as a lube.
The Predator ring allegations is something that has spiraled out of control for MrBeast. Nobody knows what's true and what's
Yeah,
not.
well, it's in general. It's spiraled out of control on the internet. Everything's a predatory now. Who knows what is and is it real? I mean, I come in so skeptical because everything is grooming, everything is predators, everything is this. The internet is a space for psychopaths, especially Twitter. If it's on Twitter, I probably don't respect it or you for listening to it. So I gotta get a little more than that.
Here is the full story. It all broke with MrBeast's friend, former roommate Chris Tyson, buying Lolly from Shadman and hanging on the wall of their...
Oh yeah, this stuff. Yeah, the Ava Chris Tyson stuff's like not good. I don't think Ava Chris Tyson should be a content creator, but it's pretty clear. Hopefully we've gotten over the hysteria. It's pretty clear that there was no like grooming going on. This is boiled down to, and don't take this the wrong way or in a transphobic way, but this boils down to extraordinarily immature boy humor. The conversations were not appropriate, but it's very clear that they weren't using that to try to groom a kid. Could those conversations lead to that? Possibly. We haven't seen anything like that. Still inappropriate. Don't think that they deserve to be a content creator after that kind of stuff. You really need to act more responsibly as a content creator, especially with access to kids. And the bigger concern would be people potentially using Chris's Discord to that normalized, you know, sexual jokes to potentially harm a kid, right? So but it's very clear that they weren't trying to groom children. I don't really know what to tell you. Like, it's just very clear to me. I don't know. That's just the reality of the world. I know it's like the hottest take, but like that's the reality. Thank you for the 5,000 Darky Sharky. Welky. Oh my god. Welcome to Camp Navarro. So you're the replacement. You are out of the uniform soldier. What are you talking about? Oh, okay. Power armor. It's like a Fallout thing. Okay.
Their room. Lolly has sexualized drawings of minors. Chris was known to have had this for years, but criticism really didn't come until the public went after Dr. Disrespect. This was seen as exceptionally bad because this Lolly was drawn by Shadman, someone who drew real-life depictions of minors. Someone asked, can you draw Keemstar's daughter giving head to Trump? And Shadman replies, I'll do it if Trump wins. This took place in 2016, and Shad followed through on that promise. Shadman would depict the actress in the Logan movie getting raped. Old social media messages from Chris would then surface. Why would you use your headset for anything other than VR Lolly gang rape porn? This is coming from a guy who owns a
Incredible.
Shadman drawing as the seventh
No, they probably are attracted to Lolly stuff, and that's definitely fucking weird, so.
piece of his living room. Chris would tweet out the Lolly, bonus fidget spinners to really throw in some extra autism. Chris adamantly supporting and buying Lolly from a guy drawing real-life depictions of minors is insane. A major red flag at the least.
True.
But
and it's worse than regular Lolly, which is already pretty bad. Because it's just weird. I mean, it's not an actual kid, but still, like it's one step before. But then drawing an actual kid is disgusting, so
gets worse. Chris was messaging an alleged minor kiss emojis, calling them dead. This led to Chris deleting their entire Snapchat. Chris set up a hentai bot and was tagging minors. Here's Chris posting porn. Chris was 21 years old here, by the way. There is no defending this. Nah, it doesn't do gay for some reason, but literally everything is allowed there, so go for it. At Chris, I want your penis. Chris replies, you can have it right now. Nice shot, Pickle. He's behind you. Ah ha ha ha, so there was barbecue sauce on my
This guy's such a stupid fuck. Holy wow. Oh, sorry. This girl is such a stupid fuck.
titties? Hump me, fuck me. Daddy better make me come. Even the most favorable interpretation of this all just being edgy jokes, it's still extremely inappropriate.
Absolutely, yeah. It could have been used as like a vehicle to try to molest children. Absolutely. Now I don't believe that they were actually trying to. Like I said, extraordinarily edgy, you know, boy humor. But they are a girl, guys. Okay, gotta make sure I say that, YouTube. They are, but still, it's not really relevant. You just have to, you know, just be safe. But like it could have been used. It could have been used as like a gateway. So it's not appropriate. They never should have been doing that kind of shit. I mean, I understand things were edgier back then, but still, I mean, come on, get a fucking life, you know?
Chris is posting porn to minors. Now, at some point, this Discord would be scrubbed and it would become the official MrBeast server with Jimmy in it. It
Smart stuff that you wouldn't just make a new one.
would still be weird.
Thank you for $2 from Carter R. Can I get a poo pic? Oh, maybe later, man.
Chris says MrBeast joins in to comment on my penis size. I love it. Here's Chris linking to Shadman's Lolly website. Here's the real MrBeast joining the conversation about Chris's penis size, while minors are all over the Discord. Here, Chris posts a picture that seems to be Danielle Bergoli, saying she's only 14? Damn. What did you think she was? 16 is legal in some states. If she's 14, I'm 14. This was seemingly confirmed by clicking the attachment and it linking to Danielle Bergoli's Wikipedia. I want to be clear, this was MrBeast's server. I don't believe for a second he didn't know Chris was talking like this. He needs to give a statement.
Oh, I'm sure that he did know. I mean, there's, to be honest with you, from like, he should probably give a statement, but from a professional perspective, it's better off to not even bother referencing that. Most people don't really know about that, and like, how do you defend that? The defense is like, oh, my friend was really edgy and I'm a fucking idiot for not like stopping them from being edgy. It's, you know, I mean, from a legal perspective, they're probably better off not responding to anything. But again, shit was pretty wild back then. Doesn't justify everything now, obviously. Obviously, Ava Chris Tyson pushed the boundaries even back then, but...
I don't think firing Chris is enough. Chris would tweet, I would like to apologize for my past behavior or comment. If it hurt
kill Chris. I'm just kidding. I'd probably do it himself.
or offended anyone, it was not my intent.
It's also a joke. They won't really do that, okay? Say it loud, please, okay?
In recent events, we mutually decided that it's best that I permanently step away from all things MrBeast. I want to add that I never groomed anyone. To lump these two factors together, that my behavior extended beyond bad edgy jokes, is disgusting, and it did not happen. I learned that my humor is not acceptable. Your old humor was fine if it was with and about adults, but it
Yeah, that's basically yes.
wasn't. MrBeast would give a statement more so saying he fired her than it was this mutual stepping away. Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Chris Tyson's behavior online, and I'm disgusted and appalled by such unacceptable acts. But again, you own the server this happened in. You recorded videos from the same room the lolly was hanging in. I don't believe him. Jimmy goes on about how he hired a third party to investigate misconduct in the company and removed Chris from the company completely. This would blow up even more when a former
Yeah, I think that also might have had something to do. Somebody claimed that some girl, like some legal adult girl, claimed that Ava Chris Tyson groomed them to another trans person. So I remember looking at that. It was so stupid. Thank you for the $5, Darky Sharky. Don't have any. You expect me to believe that the truth is you lost an expensive piece of... Okay, I'm not fucking reading Fallout shit, brother. Okay.
MrBeast employee named DogPack would say that everybody in the company knew that Chris was a risk to children.
People have internally known at the company, they're like, Chris is kind of a potential minors attracted person. And
Is this the same fucking weirdo? Like, I can't really take these people specifically seriously because they're fucking... this guy, is this the DogPack guy? They're unhinged. They're weird. I don't know if this is true. Maybe it is, but also they have like no credibility. They're just a bunch of fucking weirdos looking for their 15 minutes of fame. There is reasonable criticism against MrBeast, but I don't think it's coming from fucking these people.
the company protects her, or they were protecting her, and they protected her as long as they could. Jimmy knew, everyone knew. So it's a mess when like MrBeast contestants are being exposed to like minor attracted persons and the company's protecting them, encouraging like almost children simping for these people.
DogPack
I mean, they might be a map because of the whole lolly thing, but...
would try to expose that multiple higher-ups at the MrBeast company would be predators, with one being on the registry. This is Jake Weddle, another
Yeah, I heard about that. That's just fucking wild.
former MrBeast employee's testimony.
I heard, people have been let go for sexually assaulting some very young people.
The person that Jake Weddle is accusing, by the way, goes by Delaware.
Well, there was
Wait, they got let go for it? I thought that they got hired. It happened way before they were hired.
a known sex offender, registered sex offender, convicted sex offender, on the registry and everything, who worked there.
1 to 11 years old.
Oh, I'm a little confused.
Registered sex people. People have been let go for sexually assaulting some very young people.
The person that Jake
I'm a little confused. So, because I wasn't like super tuning into this stuff when it was happening live. My understanding is that they hired somebody who, when that person was, and please correct me if I'm wrong, 13? I could totally be wrong about that. Sexually assaulted somebody that was like 11. Is that, I don't know if that's 100% correct. So are we now getting told that they fired that person already? They had already fired them? Because like, that would potentially mean that they didn't know about it. Maybe Jimmy didn't hire the person. It was some hiring agency. I really just don't know. I mean, I imagine we'll get some more information there. I'm curious about the context. But like, what was the age that it happened?
Weddle is accusing, by the way, goes by Delaware.
Well, there was a known
the whole
sex
state?
offender, registered.
Oh, 16. Okay, 16 and 11. Yeah, I mean, there's really no excuse for that, man. I mean, 16 years old. That's legal. That is like legitimate pedophilia. Like actual, you know, very rare, guys, that somebody who's called a pedophile is a pedophile. That's actual pedophilic behavior. Like the actual like clinical definition is somebody who is 16 or older. So we got that one now. Who has a, you know, either like a sexual interaction or persistent sexual attraction to somebody 13 and under with an age gap of at least 5 years, right? So that's pretty much right on the cusp. I mean, I wouldn't hire that person. I don't know what to tell you. 16? You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't. How much can you really change? I don't know, man. That's pretty much all I have to say. I mean, that's pretty fucking gross if he specifically knew. Maybe he just knew they had a charge. I don't really know. I mean, we will never know because he's never going to respond to it. I don't know how active he was in the hiring process, or maybe we'll know. But 11 and 16 is pretty wild stuff, brother. But as Sneeko says, if she's old enough to bleed, she's old enough to breed, right? You know what I'm saying, guys? Maybe Sneeko thought that she was mature enough, you know what I mean? Because apparently, according to Sneeko, as long as you're an attractive child on your period, it's okay if you get married to adults. So, yeah, man. Okay.
Sex offender, convicted sex offender on the registry
Crazy.
and everything. Who worked there?
1 to 11 years old. I'm
How
going
long did this guy know about this before he said anything?
to blur some of the information because he was 16 when he committed the crime. This was known by Chris Tyson, who posted this information, which makes people like me certain that Jimmy knew. If you were making a company that targets children, why are you hiring an offender that went after a prepubescent child? It would later be confirmed that Jimmy knew by Delaware's...
Well, I mean, I feel like just never hire a sex offender in general. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of what company is, it's fucking disgusting. You know what I mean? That's nasty as shit.
brother-in-law, Jake...
Oh, thank you so much for the $5 from International Failure. I don't always agree with you, Papa, but thank you for fighting the good fight. Thank you. I appreciate that, brother.
the Viking. Here's the truth. Yes, Delaware is my brother-in-law. He is a registered sex offender. When he was 21, a 16-year-old girl accused him and others of SA when she was 11. Delaware took the plea deal. That's why there was no jail time, but he still had to register. Before
Well, yeah, I just want you guys to know, when you take the plea deal, you did it. Like, you know, maybe there's a world where he didn't... Wasn't this fucking guy, Jake Shields or whatever, or whatever, what is this fucking guy's
being
name?
hired others of SA when she...
Jake Franklin, sorry. Wasn't he, like, literally shitting, coming, and farting all over his pants to try to cancel MrBeast? Incredible stuff. Wild accusation, brother. What was I saying? Fuck, I really lost myself. That was that guy, right? What was I saying? Oh, you should never hire the guy. That's what I was saying. Like, I just think that's fucking disgusting. It's just, I feel like, you know, you're at an age where, you know, there's a certain point where behavior like this, it goes from a behavioral issue to, like, pedophilia. What the fuck is this? Why isn't this opening? It goes from a behavioral issue to, like, legitimate pedophilia. I mean, your best start, because that's what it is. Like, if this, because that's why it's, like, clinically defined as 16, is, like, the general understanding or implication there is that if you're under 16 years old and you engage in this type of behavior, the idea is that it's more of a behavioral issue and not necessarily, like, pedophilia. But still, man, 16, like, I mean, you're very young, but you'd be hard-pressed to find. I really could not possibly understand how this could be, like, justifiable behavior. Like, how do you accidentally... Are there specifics about what he did to the girl? Like, what is that made apparent somewhere, or...
she was 11. Delaware
When he's 16,
took the plea deal. That's why there was no jail time, but he still had to register. Before being hired, Delaware sat down with Jimmy and Sue, Jimmy's mom, and explained to them everything. So yes, Jimmy knew. But again, this incident happened in 20.
His response to getting called out is that women always lie about this stuff. Wow, incredible. Why do you take the plea deal then?
10. Delaware was hired in 2017/18. He was reluctant to be in the video because of the charges. That's why he wore a mask. Now, I understand that Delaware was a
Oh, well, he looked like he would fucking molest kids in that mask. What the fuck?
19/18. He was reluctant to be in the video because of the charges. That's why he wore.
This guy? Come on. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. Really, this guy? He looks like he did it. He looks... And now, if he was a handsome, dapper guy, like Kevin Spacey... I'm not going to finish that joke, because that's also Kevin Spacey's a fucking predator, so... yeah, also, but dude, look at this fucking guy. I mean, if you look at me and you think I'm racist, go with that feeling. If you look at this guy and you think he fucks kids... That's all I'm saying, man. Sometimes you can judge a book by its cover. That's all I'm saying.
Or a mask. Now, I understand that Delaware was a minor when he committed the crime, and if he wanted to work in retail or construction, I'd be cool with it.
I wouldn't doubt... Shit, I wouldn't be cool with it, brother. That's just fucking disgusting. But I get what you're saying. I feel like... oh, fuck, I don't even remember what I was going to say. Oh, I wouldn't doubt that that James... We're going to call him James, because it sounds condescending. That he's sitting here... And he's, I don't know, you probably get some kind of, like, fucking benefit if you hire a convicted felon. I think there are, like, legitimate things like that. So he seems like a weirdly, like, very money-oriented person.
Not on the MrBeast brand that centers around selling chocolate to children. He allegedly met up with an underage fan at his house.
Willy
the
Wanker.
former onboarding document.
That made me laugh, because that sees Willy Wanker. Yeah, that's him, because he's fucking apparently raped a kid. It's crazy.
And it was leaked by former MrBeast.
There's not too many details about the case. Yeah, well, we would need the details. I imagine if the details were not that bad, then we would be hearing the details. You know, he'd be like, "No, he accidentally his pants fell down in front of the kid," or something stupid. You know what I mean? So it makes me feel like he's probably pretty disgusting. Thank you for the $2 from Carter R. I look at Papa and know he takes massive dumps, dude. Sometimes, yeah, absolutely.
Employees and
Very appropriate.
I'd say the average MrBeast viewer is a teenage memer that likes video games.
If your audience is primarily minors, you can't have someone that feels like they need to wear.
You know, I don't think I would agree with that. I don't think that the average MrBeast audience is minors. They could be. Well, they probably are, actually. I don't know. I think that, like, there's just a lot of people who engage with MrBeast content. Like, surprisingly, a lot of people. It's actually bizarre. Like, my wife has seen his videos. He has them translated in, like, every fucking language. It's actually very interesting. So, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that he has a lot of, I guess, well, definitely has young fans. He has plenty of young fans. Absolutely.
Wear a mask to hide from their criminal past of assaulting a prepubescent minor. Crazy that even needs to be said.
He'll be in videos. He'll be in thumbnails. He'll be around. And whenever he is, he's wearing a mask. Why would you wear a mask? Why would you conceal your face? It's like, what are you concealing?
Well, my thing is like, it's like they didn't just hire him, but you're actually going to let him go into the video. That's a kind of a slap in the face to the kid he raped, right?
That you were a registered sex offender? How much?
This is probably the best criticism that you could make there, where I would want to know why, but like that's pretty unfortunate work there, bud.
Or can you literally cover up a sex offender with a physical mask? Like, do I have to? Is it more on the nose?
MrBeast looking past Chris and giving him way too much of the benefit of the doubt, I sort of have sympathy for. They were roommates.
Employees who hire felons can save money on their federal income taxes through a general business credit. I almost guarantee, I wouldn't put my balls on it, but I almost guarantee that the reason why, are you fucking kidding me? The reason why MrBeast hired this person was specifically because, he gets a tax break on it. I really would not doubt that at all. I honestly think that that's what it is. It doesn't like justify it, but like MrBeast is a very like money obsessed person. I think he's very like money focused, so I would not doubt that he's like, oh, get a tax break, which obviously is problematic. I could be wrong about that speculation. You know, maybe he wanted to reminisce about old war stories of the guy doing it to the kid. I don't fucking know. You know, I'm just saying that would be my bet. He seems like the kind of guy that's like too preoccupied with money to actually, you know, do the right thing in every scenario.
good friends, and in his onboarding document, he even says, Chris was the first subscriber, someone Jimmy found funny as they're homies. With Delaware, I don't get it at all. Now, Delaware hasn't worked at MrBeast in years, but it's still worthy criticism. We still need an explanation. How do you know this guy's history and go, yeah, he's a complete liability, just make him wear a mask? Are you insane? But this is where the allegations start to go sideways. All journalistic ethics go out the window. Most of the criticism of MrBeast comes from DogPack 404, who leverages his time working at MrBeast to give himself credibility. If he works for MrBeast, he must know these claims are true, but just can't speak up because of NDAs. The allegations has to do with James Warren.
So just a quick profile on James Warren. He's Jimmy's cousin and secret CEO.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I say secret because, you know, they're not very open about that fact.
This secret CEO has allegations ranging from yelling in the office to domestic abuse, animal abuse.
Yelling in the office? I don't care about that, dude.
Fraud.
From what I've heard of James Warren's character, how he's hit ex-girlfriends, not let them leave the house, beat his dog.
Is this a based alert, dude? MrBeast? What?
Defrauded people in his own ways. I heard that he's very aggressive. I've heard him referred to as a psychopath who screams at people and hits his girlfriends.
So you're kind of coming forward with this without a whole lot, buddy Buckaroo. I feel like you need a little more than maybe.
There's allegedly domestic violence charges that were filed against him.
So wouldn't you be able to confirm that? Isn't that your job as like a fucking the exposed guy? I don't understand.
And I say allegedly because it turns out there's a lot of people in North Carolina named James Warren who assault their girlfriends, I guess. So
wow. Okay. Maybe there's just a lot of people in North Carolina who assault their girlfriends. Why the fuck is this relevant? This guy's a fucking moron. That's what I'm talking about. Why would you ever listen to this fucking idiot? This guy's dumb as shit.
I'm still having people look into these cases.
I'm sorry, but what? He's got an anonymous text message saying James Warren is a psychopath abuser and found a court case with a guy named James Warren, but he's not sure if it's even the same guy.
It turns out there's a lot of people in North Carolina named James Warren.
Well, then maybe you should...
Why the fuck would he bring this up then? Is he stupid? Well, it's because he could say anything he wants about MrBeast at this point, and like people are gonna like guzzle cum. Oh yeah, he's a bad guy. He's like the flavor of the month. There's definitely things to criticize him for. This whole fucking sex offender shit is wild as fuck. That's the one that like is more, you know, reasonable than anything else. But Jesus Christ.
Figure that out before posting it online. He says he's been using a YouTuber named Surprise Witness to verify these claims.
I'm still having people look into these cases.
Well, who the fuck is Surprise Witness? Are they credible in any capacity? I mean, if you give me like a Mudahar that verifies these claims, I'll be like, okay, cool. I could trust that. But like, who the fuck am I supposed to trust? Surprise Witness? Can you unsurprise the witness for me?
Cases, specifically that Surprise Witness on YouTube. She's been super helpful in like behind the scenes.
Wait, she's a fucking psychopath, I'm pretty sure. Isn't she like a true crime person? She's a fucking nutcase. So I would never listen to her.
Just submitting that Surprise.
This bitch is a fucking... Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. Isn't she a fucking, like... I think I made a video, like, talking about a video she did, and she was a fucking psychopath, dude. What are you talking about? Fuck, I just fucked myself. What the fuck? No way. I don't trust... no, thank you. What video? August, do you remember what video I did where I covered that girl? She's fucking crazy.
As witness on YouTube.
Amanda Rabb. Which one was the Amanda Rabb lady? Which one is Amanda Rabb? I don't even remember.
She's been super helpful in like behind the scenes, just submitting freedom of information requests and just helping me out a lot in general. She's super nice, super smart.
But even she says it's not the same guy.
I did look into this, and I went into it thinking he had done that. Okay, I went into it thinking he did it, and I'm just gonna have to find the paperwork. But
she went into it hoping that he did it.
And suffice it to say that I do not think that the case number that is associated with this picture right here, and I told Dawson this, and that's why I said this in the video, I do not think that this particular case is the same James Warren for many reasons.
So she told DogPacks that this wasn't the same James Warren, and he still put it in the video. Why?
Smart guy, because he wants it to be true. That's why. Because he doesn't, and it doesn't matter.
Well, because he got an anonymous text message. That's the level of research that goes into his videos. When asked why he would go forward with unverified allegations, he said that it would take 2 weeks to verify them, and that was just too long, I guess. Just
wait, dude. What the hell?
Too long to wait for these life-ruining allegations.
We found the exact James Warren, and I had people run a background check on him. It's just that there's 6 court cases, which could be traffic violations, could be DV related, but it doesn't say on the public registry what it is. So you have to submit a freedom of information request.
So why didn't you do that?
It takes like 2 weeks. So that's the real reason.
So by now he has the confirmation, or he just decided he didn't want to put it in because it would be too much effort? I mean, I like to be lazy too, but, you know, I also don't make fucking big extended hit pieces on people, so...
isn't the least bit critical.
I just showed like more corroborating testimony. I mean, it is testimony. I feel like the disclaimers were pretty clear and like they were genuine, like it is allegedly.
Also, when you can, look at the James Warren domestic violence case against his ex-girlfriend. He apparently abused her for months before she filed charges. This person is alleging that there was a domestic violence case against James Warren. It's now to you to verify those claims. He doesn't. Bro, you haven't even found the charges. DogPack again confirms that he didn't want to wait for the Freedom of Information request. He just goes forward with it.
I have to submit a Freedom of Information request, which then takes like 2 weeks. So that's the real reason.
So DogPack couldn't wait 2 weeks before blasting this guy with allegations. But remember, he's an anonymous employee. He probably knows something that we don't. Well, he worked there like a month, so no, not at all. DogPack would later—
What did he do? What did he even do when he worked there? Was he like a video editor or something? Probably.
go on Twitter admitting he was wrong about the whole thing. Who could have seen that coming? If only you waited a little bit longer. I still have some Freedom of Information request out, but an alleged current MrBeast—
Okay, but now he gets to pretend that he has credibility. Oh, guys, I got something wrong. I'm going to admit my fault. This gives me credibility, right? Because I can admit when I'm wrong. Yeah, okay.
Well, he reached out to give me their side of the story. So you still haven't confirmed if they worked there? That's alleged too? Everything with this guy is alleged. Oh, I heard this from someone.
I heard he got in trouble. I heard that's what I heard too.
He continues, I think this person is mistaken with a lot of details, but I now believe the James Warren domestic violence case that circulated in the office was most likely the wrong James Warren. Of course, none of my sources knew that, and DogPack is not clear about how many anonymous—
Well, it sounds like your sources didn't know anything, so—
sources there are or where we're getting the information from. Is it these same people? In the text messages, the employee says, oops, sorry, alleged employee. People know about this, but as far as I know, it's not true. One day we did a Google search in the office to check, but nothing. The originator of the rumors was Jimmy's ex-girlfriend, Maddie Spitell. She's a wine drunk and always wanted to gossip on set. She told me
typical woman, am I right, guys?
a lot, but everyone has to be nice to her because she was dating Jimmy.
The video's still up. Oh, so he just said something on Twitter. Most people aren't gonna like look at the Twitter and to keep everything up to date. They're just looking for a video. So that's like fucking dumb as hell.
If you can't tell by now, MrBeast is filled with gossip rumors and toxic crap. The employee continues by saying DogPack's anonymous source was there when we Googled James Warren's case, but that domestic case was another James Warren. Jokes were made, but it wasn't him. DogPack excuses this easily avoidable mistake by saying, I tried multiple times to get in touch with the person who allegedly found the charges before making my video, and I did not get a response. I should have—
Wow, that should have been like a call to be like, oh, this guy's probably not credible. Probably shouldn't listen to this guy, huh?
waited for my Freedom of Information request. However, I was clear in my video that they were just allegations of charges. No, you actually—
No, people say allegations all the time with the insinuation that they're like actually real, which is that's like the energy came at us with the first video. That's why I tuned out after that.
Made very clear that they need to fire James Warren right now.
Fire James Warren and LaQuia Hill. Fire them. Don't just move them around. Or I'm going to start dropping nukes.
Just because you say the word alleged.
I'm going to start dropping nuclear weapons, guys. Call me Russia, because I'm going to lose every war that I engage in.
Before making life—
because I actually suck penis.
Ruining accusations doesn't mean it's an okay thing to do. It just prevents you from getting sued for defamation. He continues to justify what he did by saying, I'm not a professional journalist or investigator. My goal is to—
I'm not a professional jorker.
Bring credible allegations to light. You don't have to be a professional journalist to know that this was reckless. This would be completely unacceptable for any commentary channel to do. So what does DogPack do with his nearly 3 million view video calling a guy a dog beating, domestic partner abusing fraud? He keeps it up. The pinned comment states, I'm very confident everything in this video will age well. Only then—
What a stupid fuck. I heard that, what isn't MrBeast like leveraging a lawsuit against this guy? I hope that he gets fucked on it. Like, again, there are things against MrBeast that are obviously need to be criticized and whatnot. But I mean, this guy's a fucking psychopath, man. Like, he's just taking everything. How could you trust this person? Like, people could probably be like, shit and come be like, why are you so skeptical? It's like, this is why, dude. Like, you have some dumbass pushing all this shit. How are you not skeptical of it? I don't understand that. It's fucking wild work, brother.
And if you click read more, he gives the update that he's most likely wrong about James Warren. This was DogPack's biggest mistake, but there's other things that come off as incredibly sloppy. DogPack finds out that James Warren was a partner for a company that was committing fraud.
James Warren is the former COO of acquisitions of a real estate investment firm, which is one of the businesses listed in this indictment of his former business partner, Joshua Hutchins, who was sentenced
Joshua Block
to 10 years in prison. In fact, he's actually mentioned in the court transcripts of this case. She testifies, I came to know Mr. Hutchins through a very reputable and successful real estate attorney who highly recommended Mr. Hutchins and who eventually left his agency to become the chief operating officer of Mr. Hutchins' investment firm,
which was James Warren.
She testifies, my trust was and has been severely violated. This is the equivalent of financial. Many of us entrusted Mr. Hutchins, who we've come to know to be fraudulent.
Now, this indictment is against Mr. Hutchins, not James Warren, because there isn't enough evidence that James knew. Yet DogPack still incriminates him, even though the courts don't.
And I told him I could not take the risk. He and James Warren, the then realtor, stated, oh, real estate. She goes on to describe how they presented it as a safe investment opportunity for her, and then James Warren's business partner defrauded her of $1.3 million. Now, can I claim definitively that James Warren was aware of the fraud that was taking place and willingly complicit in helping Mr. Hutchins defraud old ladies?
No. So then why even bother bringing it up?
No, but from what I've heard of James Warren's character, how he's...
From who? From who did you hear? What?
Hit ex-girlfriends, not let them leave the house, beat his dog.
None of that is confirmed in any way.
I personally believe that when he was working with Mr. Hutchins, he was in similar company. I think the COO of acquisitions would know and be sort of responsible for properties not being properly acquired through...
Maybe, but also I don't think you know what those words mean. I don't either, so why the fuck? Like, you really don't know.
Through the court system.
But why didn't the prosecution go after him too? Bro, you have to think. Do you think the prosecution was just being nice to James? This guy sees an accusation that can be made.
Maybe he's a nice guy.
He just makes it. Another great...
Yeah, of course. That's the problem with these fucking videos. It's just like, it's dog piling or dog packing, some would say.
Example is LaKoya Hill.
In late 2021, he was allegedly fired.
I thought it was a black guy, black girl. LaKoya Hill? Come on. Give me that one a little bit.
For sexually assaulting his assistant. Now I put fired in quotation marks because he was actually quietly moved to the dubbing company, which was Unilingo at the time.
Was he a priest?
The evidence that LaKoya got fired for this is more anonymous text messages. LaKoya is gay, not that it really matters for this story.
He was actually...
Well, I mean, it's possible. Gay guys do feel a little pushy with women sometimes. They feel a little bit entitled. It's like, well, I'm not attracted to you, so it's okay if I touch you. So it depends on like what the nature of, I believe, what do you call it, the sexual assault is. It's still not right, but I mean, it does raise curiosity, I suppose.
Brought back to MrBeast in 2023 after sexually assaulting his assistant prior. And
I wonder what that means, sexually assaulting.
Promoted to chief financial
like in this context
officer, which is how I personally was introduced to him. Testimony from former MrBeast employees talking about LaKoya Hill.
The testimony. I heard LaKoya acted inappropriately with Redacted, booking hotel rooms with one bed, walking around in his underwear, showing off sex toys. They say he was fired for this and moved to the dubbing company. Employee 2 corroborates that LaKoya sexually harassed someone, was moved to another company and brought back. Employee number 3 agrees. This allegation has 3 different employees all corroborating the same story, meaning that there's probably some legitimacy to it.
Probably.
But then you get to employee number 4. LaKoya sexually assaulted multiple people, apparently roofied multiple people as well. So this went from
okay. I mean, maybe. How come though that's such so inconsistent from the other ones?
Sexual harassment to a full-on rape accusation. If nobody else is claiming that he roofied people, your only source isn't even confident, then you probably shouldn't go forward with it until you get more confirmation. DogPacks would admit in a recent interview that he had a statement saying the relationship with LaKoya and his assistant was consensual, and that the internal report agreed with it. Other employees confirmed the internal report happened.
Started messaging me about the LaKoya stuff, saying that it was consensual. And what I found out from other people is that when they did the internal investigation at MrBeast, they determined it was consensual.
So this guy could be platforming.
Oh, okay. So the sexual harassment could have potentially boiled. I mean, a lot of things can be considered sexual harassment. I got suspended one time for something that would be considered sexual harassment. I've talked about it before. It's kind of a funny story. So I assaulted a guy. No, I'm just kidding. So one time there was a guy I worked with, and we were like kind of buddy, you know, as a co-worker. And we used to bust each other's balls. That's what guys do at work. And, you know, we bust each other's balls. And so I sent him a picture of a girl with her tits out. And he was like, oh, she's hot. I was like, oh, yeah. And then later, I sent him another picture, and she had a penis. It was Bailey J. And he's like, oh, that's gross, bro, you know. Little did he know I was jorking it. A few months later, he was like pushing the line. Like he kept fucking with me. Like he took a power washer and then he turned it off, so it was just like the hose, and he was like spraying me. And I was like, okay, one time it was fine. And then after I was like, bro, you have to stop, because he kept doing it like you know, at least once a week. I was like, oh, you have to stop, or I have to like fucking report you. Oh no, it wasn't that. He was spraying me with Windex, and it was like funny the first time because it's like you know, sprayed my ass. We all fucking bust each other's balls. But after like the third time, I was like, bro, you have to stop. Like it's getting like over. If you don't stop, I have to like report you. It's fucking crazy. So he did it one more time, and then I pretended to report him, and he was sweating it. I was like, all right, man, cool. Now you understand. Like, then he did it again, so I reported him. And then he took that, and he's like, oh, he showed me this, so I got suspended for that for a day. And he got suspended for, like, harassing me with whatever. And, you know what I mean? That's technically sexual harassment. So maybe it's that, or maybe the guy who walks around the office and like talks about dicks and shit too much and like says like, you know, rude shit that some people would be like, oh, that's like distasteful, I don't want to hear that. I don't know what he did. Or maybe he fucking grabbed the girl's tit. I don't really know. I would need to know though. These things are important. So you know what I mean? Now you could also argue that since he hired somebody who molested a child, that he, you know, maybe he would be willing to bypass a more serious situation. That's a fair criticism. But we just don't No, and that's important since we don't know that.
Forming 2 false allegations because he's not properly venting. DogPack going about it this way diminishes and draws speculation of what should be insane news. The MrBeast company moved and hired back a sexual harasser. DogPack would try and justify his unsubstantiated rape claims to Nicholas Dioria by posting unsubstantiated pedo claims, saying if the only claims was
the real main character, guys,
I would have not included it. He then links a screenshot of an anonymous source claiming they have paid money to keep kids he abused silent. Most were underage. Isn't that how all kids work? They have to be underage? I don't even get it. Nick asks, now he kids.
He paid. Wait, who raped kid? What the fuck? What?
LMAO. DogPack replies, I downplayed the whole Lakoya thing in my video. If anything, I make it seem like.
Why would you do that?
There's only one victim. Nick has to.
So then why would you do that? Are you trying to protect MrBeast? What's going on? I don't understand.
Spell it out for him. Dude, that's a completely new allegation. And DogPack admits, yeah, I don't believe it, so I didn't post it. So then why are you posting it in Nick's DMs to justify a claim? Saying, I know he has multiple victims. I don't know about rape. Then why?
What the fuck is happening here? Is he just accusing the guy of raping kids now? This is fucking psychotic.
Is it in your video? And just now, DogPack did an interview where he claims that he talked to the victim and that they're trying to get hush money.
I've spoken to the victim.
Cool. Can you give us any of this guy is always like, I spoke to somebody. Trust me, bro. What?
But the
probably some random person that DM'd him was like, yeah, I am the victim of this situation. I literally jorked my dingle.
Victim was trying to get hush money, and which I supported fully. MrBeast, I guess, wanted was for him to say it was consensual, and I have a recorded phone call with him where he's talking about that. I mean, you'd have to like
Does this guy verify anything that he's talking about, or is he a fucking dumb bitch?
His voice and everything to use that.
So, you were right. They are gonna come to that. They're gonna reach out.
Oh my god, he's a Protoss. That's fucking crazy. Goliath online. Goliath online.
The victim's friend has now come forward and corroborates that they were drugged and raped.
The interaction with Lakoya was non-consensual.
That's crazy.
It's hard to consent when the person was being drugged without their knowledge.
So then why wasn't this information in DogPack's original claims? Well, because he didn't have the information yet. He admits.
Is this real, or is this just like, was this person confirmed? Like, I'm extraordinarily skeptical of this, just to be clear.
He just got lucky.
I posted that video with the...
Did he get lucky? Is this actually a real claim? Or, like, is there actual verification that this person, like, exists? Or what?
Roofie allegation. I was like, I'm not so sure. I went on Upaville's channel and I was like, I wasn't sure about that one. And then people have reached out to me, and it was actually consistent with certain victims' stories, I guess, from people close to the victim.
So he's flinging everything he gets at the wall and hoping it leads to more information. It's reckless because this is the internet. These names will be tainted forever whether they're proven innocent or guilty. But it is kind of working. I just think you probably could have gotten this testimony without overstepping your knowledge and going forward with allegations that weren't backed by anyone else. I'm gonna let Nick remind everybody just how little tangible evidence DogPack had.
You know what's really f***ed about this? Is so much of this stuff is based off of office testimony. And now, this guy has...
Thank you so much for the small gut from MOL.
To confront the harsh reality that the water break conversations at MrBeast aren't always accurate information, even if a lot of sources are coming to tell you the same thing. The way he talks about Lakoya Hill is...
Thank you for $5 from Elysium Rapture. First time catching you live, started watching with the boogie stuff. I don't know, just wanted to give you a 5. Thank you, I appreciate that.
The same way he talked about James Warren. Well, a ton of employees corroborated the fact that...
Are these people confirmed employees or the actual victims, or are we just like making things up?
James Warren was charged.
There's allegedly domestic violence charges that were filed against him.
Ooh.
It's bad because if you remember, James Warren was never actually charged. In a leaked email at MrBeast written by Jimmy, leaked, it was done on purpose. On August 7th, due to the Chris Tyson drama, MrBeast hired a law firm to do an investigation on company culture and allegations of inappropriate behavior. This led to several people being replaced, including Lakoya, who was their COO. So it seems like there was some truth behind these allegations. DogPack's biggest bombshell is that Lakoya may...
I'm sure that there is some truth behind them, but like, do they actually rape somebody? Like,
still be working for MrBeast. They just moved him to the dubbing department.
So they did what I wanted and let him...
What the fuck?
All right. Well, just on a whim, I decided to look into the Creator Global LinkedIn, and it had gone private. I reached out to one of my connections close to MrBeast, and I said, hey, can you look into this?
One of my connections? What does that mean? Who? He's not credible at all. I don't trust anything that he says. Who's this supposed connection? Thank you for the $2 from Mason. Poop, the whoop, the scoop. I appreciate that, brother. It's very, very poetic, my friend.
Account for me, and this is what they saw. Lakoya Hill, listed as the current president at Creator Global.
This absolutely needs an explanation from Jimmy. So when it comes to the MrBeast Predator ring, these are the verdicts. Chris Tyson, who made inappropriate jokes and comments with minors, who posted and lolly to minors, actively supported a guy who drew lolly of real minors, and actively hung lolly art on his wall, which Jimmy knew about for years. The evidence is the messages, the mods, and the videos. Totally guilty. We have Delaware, who essayed a 1 to 11-year-old when they were 16. He was convicted for this, and MrBeast knew but didn't care. The evidence is from 2 nameable high-profile MrBeast employees. And
we don't know that he didn't care. Maybe he was turned him on. I don't know.
public record, totally guilty. And then we have LaKoya Hill, who probably didn't touch kids, but does have first-hand allegations.
I think that the most damning one is this fucking dude when he was 16 that molested a child. Like, that's the most damning one to me.
Drugging and rape from the victim. And according to several anonymous employees, he at the least sexually harassed his assistant and was
That's probably, I mean, I could believe that.
moved around the company, but never officially fired. The victim also claims that hush money is on the table.
How do we know this is a victim?
They reach out to me and say they want me to say that it was consensual.
He still, right now, might be working for a MrBeast-owned company. The evidence is DogPacks anonymous employees and LinkedIn. These are somewhat credible, but are still very much allegations and could still be proven wrong with a response from Jimmy. We'll have to wait and see, but something definitely...
Again, I really, I don't keep, mean to keep asking this, but like, why are they taking this fuzzled voice up as like an actual accusation? Like, what makes it a credible accusation? I'm genuinely curious. What makes it credible? Like, did somebody confirm this? Was it somebody of value somehow confirm that they were like legitimately the victim? Did he say that? Was that Oompaville? Did Oompaville confirm it? Is that what he was saying before? Did I just, mull over that? Maybe I did.
Seems shady. Then there's James Warren, who's been accused of domestic abuse, beating his dog, and fraud. But none of these accusations are coming from primary sources. They're all coming from DogPacks anonymous sources who have heard of things. In fact, the company rumor of him having domestic charges, when fact-checked, wasn't even the same James Warren. There's also no evidence that James Warren knew of the fraud his former business partner committed. He was not charged. These allegations hurt DogPacks' credibility and should not have been made. Now, these three alone are really bad and absolutely shows a pattern of behavior with Jimmy. Jimmy is looking the other way and protecting his friends while knowing these people are a liability to his audience and the company. It's so much worse than I ever thought it would be. But DogPack is 1 for 2, maybe 3 with his allegations, and has done nothing to fix his 3 million view video. You leaving this up and hiding behind, well, I said allegedly, so who cares? It discredits your own anonymous sources as well as actual credible allegations that they've made. Since they're anonymous, they're relying on your credibility to get their story out. Don't let them down.
Yes, and he has no credibility, so like, why are we believing what he has to say?
Oh my god, DogPack lost all credibility. This allegation...
You're the connection? Based.
...was fully debunked, and it's like, well, what's your source for being debunked? Is it my tweet?
He's so cocky here, but meanwhile he's panicking in DMs.
Although public perception has justifiably turned on me, that video accomplished a lot as far as getting more people to come out. I refer everyone to the documentary crew now, since my credibility has obviously tanked, and I will continue to do so when MrBeast responds.
Bro, just fix the video, edit it, and make a retraction. It's so easy.
Oh my god, DogPack lost all credibility. This allegation was fully debunked. And it's
what did DogPack think about this? Oh, wait.
Thank you for the 11-month small gut from Sophie and Alexandru. Happy to be here. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm happy you're here too. Here's a kiss. Mwah.
I lost all my credibilities. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, my credibility was justifiably destroyed, but guys, you really gotta trust me on this one. The boy who cried MrBeast molested me.
Beast is currently being sued in a class action lawsuit by 5 contestants. From his
Good. I hope if something is there, hopefully something comes out of it.
Amazon show Beast Games. But these are far from the only people that have worked for MrBeast and had issues. There's an entire catalog of people who worked for him, complained online, and got bullied into taking their videos down. Now, some of these people may be lying, but others had valid complaints that I think were ignored. Jake Weddle has claimed mental and physical damage while participating in a MrBeast challenge.
There was a video that came out probably like a year ago, something like that. It got a lot of hot water when it came out. It was the surviving like $10,000 every day you started solitary. People don't know that was the second attempt. The first attempt was on me. They weren't turning the lights off. You know, I asked them, I said, can we like have like nighttime hours? And they said no, because it would fuck up the time lapse shot. I wasn't sleeping. I could not sleep, and I have insomnia problems now. But they might.
What do you do, like a Survivor-esque thing for MrBeast? Crazy work.
Started there.
Jake only lasted 11 days, which is not enough time for a proper video, but is also a very long time without proper sleep. In this time, they had him run a marathon for a challenge.
So I don't think I run. I don't run, you know, let alone a marathon, let alone that training for it.
You trying to say no? Like, did you have a choice, or?
There was so much pressure to just do it, just do the thing.
Well, yes, he could have said no, but I mean, like, yeah, that's the, listen, I don't know the exact how this would work out. Like, yeah, sue the guy. See how it goes in court. Maybe he has like a legitimate case. Maybe this guy chose to do what he chose to do and he doesn't have a case. I don't really know the specific context. But a lot of this is like, okay, like let's see how it plays out in court. And I will trust the court's decision, you know?
And I
feel like most normal people are like, yeah, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, okay, cool, it's going to court. That's a good thing. We'll see what happens, or we'll see if this guy was just like another part of the dog pile. I don't know.
If I refuse, it's just, well, that's the whole video. I guess the budget's, so much money up in flames because Jake said he wouldn't want to do the thing. I'm running until 3 a.m. All right, I got off the treadmill. Oh, the blisters I had on my feet were like, you wouldn't believe, just all over, just these big red. I couldn't walk. My muscles were like just The lactic acid,
So this guy's sleep deprived, has the worst blisters of his life, and wants to go home. So the production guilt trips him into staying. His mom even backs up his story.
It was brutal. And
Well, of course his mom. Yeah, I mean his mom obviously would. But I mean this doesn't mean that it's not real. But okay.
You called me from there, and I mean, you did not sound like yourself, and you were talking about how your feet were...
Maybe the real MrBeast video is that this guy got replaced by a robot. And we're going to figure that out in a few years, you know?
bloody and blistered and you could barely walk. You were psychologically struggling.
And that's true, but it's also not uncommon for reality TV show producers to lean on contestants to stay in during challenges they don't want to. It makes sense, there's a lot of money on the line. I think Jake is actually providing a good PSA for people who want to do these reality TV show challenges. If you want to leave, you should never feel guilty.
Jimmy didn't give him the full amount of money that he promised him? Oh, is that true? How much did he promise him and why?
It's the fault of the production for not being able to keep you. They do casting calls, make the challenges, and control.
Believe the guy? Yeah, I mean, I want to see how it turns out in court. You know, that would be a definite, that's, for. I mean, again, that's going to be, for me, the verifying situation. Because nothing else is, like, factual. This DogPack guy is completely uncredible. He has no credibility left. He's a fucking moron. So we kind of have to wait for something a little bit more tangible, a little bit more credible, so.
Change the rules whenever they want to make sure they have a usable product. There's a lot that can go wrong when you're doing first-time challenges like this, and if something does, MrBeast needs to face the consequences. But you got a lot of people focusing on the fact that Jake Weddle is a bit of a goober. Yes, he blew the $110,000 MrBeast gave him for lasting the 11 days in the challenge.
And now, I spent all that money on doing stand-up.
Yes, Jake Weddle had a meltdown on Instagram and looked stupid.
Yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go up to a rape victim and tell them it's their fault next.
Okay.
Whoa! Now this guy's comparing his story to somebody got raped?
Yes, Jake is being silly for wanting the full $300,000 even though he lasted only 11 days. I was kind of shocked for they didn't.
Why would he want the full $300,000 if he didn't last the full time? I'm a little confused. He gave him 10K DOS every day he stayed. He recently paid him even more. Oh, so what's the issue? I'm not really understanding what the money-wise. I mean, the other stuff, like the allegations of like basically psychological torture, that seems like it could be definitely real. But what's the money thing? Like what's the criticism there? If he gave him the amount of money he was promised, I don't understand that. I believe Jimmy owed him an additional $90,000. Why did he owe him additional $90,000 if he told me to give him $10,000 per day?
They didn't pay me for the full 25 to 30.
I was kind of shocked they didn't pay me for the full 25 days. They paid me what I made up to that point. Like, even when we have to pull the plug for my mental health, the mechanism of the game is still at play. Oh, it just sounds okay. I mean, the mental health thing and the money thing are like two different things to me, in my opinion. We'll see where it goes with the mental health claim. You know, I don't know, what was going on there. I mean, if he was able to quit the challenge, why not just quit it sooner? I don't, you know what I mean? Like, if you wanted to. But, yeah, I don't know. But it sounds like he got paid the amount he was told he'd get paid. Isn't that the whole point, though? Is to, like, go as long as you can tolerate it for the money? Isn't that how, like, all these things work? I mean, again, we'll see how the court goes, but, like, okay.
30 days. To make things up, Jimmy offered Jake Weddle the extra $190,000, and Jake said no. He only took $50,000.
He said, hey, I wanted to reach out.
Why?
And say, I didn't mean to cause you mental stress with that video, and I apologize. Clearly, it had an effect on you. You mentioned you'd like to be paid out the rest of the prize money, the other $190,000.
Yeah, this sounds like MrBeast is just sweating. When did MrBeast send this message? I'm curious. Like, did he send this to him after this guy came forward, or did he send this to him before that? Because there's no date on it, so I'm genuinely curious. I'd love to make things right with you. I have zero expectations of you mentioning me sending you the money publicly or taking down any videos. Okay. This is just me wanting to help out and make sure you're good. I just need to know if you still use the same bank or not. We'll send the money. Okay. All right, so it sounds like this guy made a video, and then MrBeast was like, hey, blah, 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 I'll give you more money. Obviously, that's a PR situation. That's fully PR, right? I think we all understand that. So, if anything, that the idea is like, hey, here's the money, please take it down. That's the obvious idea. It's not explicit, but that even though he's saying, no, you don't have to talk about it, blah, 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 that's kind of like the hope that this gets like, oh, see, MrBeast tried to make things right, blah, 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 blah. Thank you. Either way, if anything, he should have just said fuck it and not even given him the extra money and just like went to court with it. I don't know. This is me personally, because it makes him look guilty now. It's going to make him look more guilty because he did that. So
it had an effect on you. You mentioned you'd like to be paid out the rest of the prize money, the other $190,000. I just couldn't take it.
Why?
Because it's still a mechanism of the game. It's still like the rest of the prize money, and that's not what it was about.
I mean, that's literally what you were complaining about in the text messages.
But the other consistent point I was making was when you have
Well, it sounds like this guy wants to be like a martyr at this point.
No money. It's not a choice, is it?
Yeah, it is still a choice. I mean, I don't really care about this argument. Like, yeah, I understand when you're in financial situations, like, you're more desperate to do things for money. I get that. But at the end of the day, like, you could have stopped and you didn't because of this. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I just don't know what to tell you. I mean, you know, this is a whole infrastructure thing. Then you should have a bigger issue with the fact that the government allows this to exist in the first place. I mean, that's... I don't personally care too much. It seems like he was able to stop the game and he pushed himself too hard, and that kind of sucks for him, but I'm not super sympathetic. I'm sorry, I don't... Like, that's shitty. I don't know. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just an asshole or something, but I mean, it sounds like you could have stopped whenever you wanted, and you didn't because you wanted to try to push yourself, and you might have pushed yourself too hard, and it might have scarred you a little bit, and that really does suck. But I'm not really shitting my pants over it, to be honest with you.
I need that money.
Yes, Jake is stupid for acting like he can't say no because he's broke. Jake, you need to stop acting like being a YouTube contestant is a viable career path.
You know, maybe if I'm nice publicly, I'll have a chance to, you know, come back and do another thing for money, whether that's work or a game, you know, whatever. You know, and that's kind of a weird system to have.
It's not meant to be your job.
But does any of that make it okay for MrBeast's staff to guilt Jake with the failed production? To hear that he can't sleep and won't turn off the lights? No, at the end of the day, it's Jimmy's fault. He's getting sued by 5 of the contestants for the same sort of thing. Negligent infliction of emotional distress, sexual harassment is also in here, and although it is unclear what this means and doesn't specify if it was staff or other contestants doing the sexual harassment, it's not good. Now will MrBeast...
Yeah, we'll see what happens. So when it comes to like the real world, sexual harassment is very... much looser. Like, again, it could be sending a picture of a trans person. I think a lot of us, that doesn't make it okay or good. It's still a bad, toxic workplace culture that exists. But I wouldn't doubt it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't doubt it, especially with guys. Guys like say like, dumb shit all the time, and it's more offensive to girls usually, which is okay. Like, it's okay if you're more sensitive to it.
Lose this lawsuit? I don't know. Lawyers talk as if it depends on if contestants legally count as employees under California jurisdiction.
These people were competing for $5 million. Are they contestants or are they employees?
I mean, I would say that they're contestants, no?
You can call them whatever you want to, but if they meet the definition of an employee, it doesn't matter what you title them.
Okay, so this lawyer seems smart. So they're obviously contestants, right? But this lawyer is going to push for the idea that they are not contestants and that they're actually employees, which makes sense because they're going to try to push for as much money as possible. That's typically how these types of things will work, is that people will, like, this is how lawyers work. There is a truth somewhere in the middle, and each lawyer will take it and they will pull it to their side. They will basically sensationalize it as much as possible. She's obviously going to go with the argument of like, hey, they're employees under California law. I can argue this because there might be like a loose, kind of like a loose definition. She might be right. Good for her. If it is, it is. If it's not, it's not. We don't really know. But them saying this isn't like any, proof that they are considered an employee in some capacity. Again, it's a contestant game show. People want to embarrass themselves for money. I don't really care too much. I'm not really shitting and farting about it. But like, again, see where the court goes. I'm not going to fucking speak out against it. So
Our argument is that they are employees under California law.
The hope, dream, and expectation that you might get a payment is not the same as being an employee.
I mean, I agree more with that.
Certainly, I think there's a real legal battle here that the plaintiffs will have to convince a judge that this group who signed on to be part of a show should be considered as employees, not contestants.
If not, MrBeast might not be legally liable, but does it make the conditions on set okay? Of course not. But we don't even know what the claims are. It could be someone...
Shit, I don't know, man. I used to watch Big Brother. That shit was fucking wild.
Drawing a dick on a whiteboard. We'll just have to wait and see how the story develops, but looking at Jimmy's past history with employees, I could see it. He literally paid for contestants'
possible
therapy after the Beast Games. Quote, it was that bad.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
There's also been employees from years ago that have made claims about MrBeast. One employee claims that MrBeast shows up, records his part, and then leaves. It's not even that damning of an accusation.
That makes sense to me, but that accusation, if that he just shows up and goes home, that to me would communicate that like what's more likely to me, and I don't know either way, is that a lot of this stuff falls through the cracks because that's what it would be like to me. A lot of this stuff falls through the cracks. He hires people to do particular things. He's not really there, and they're taking it and they're running with it too much. And he probably has a less professional work environment because he's okay. I mean, like he's okay with extraordinarily like edgy jokes from Ava Chris Tyson. You think that that's not carrying over into the workplace culture? Talking about a young kid who's the boss of shit. Like, yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't doubt that he creates an environment that makes himself or other people feel comfortable, making other people uncomfortable as a joke. Like, I would not doubt that at all.
You make a YouTube video for your channel. You should, we'll go film your video without you. That's cool, yeah.
MrBeast then goes on drama alert, calls the guy a liar, and brags that he paid for stuff. Not really relevant, Jimmy.
Paid for his plane ticket, his Uber, his hotel for a week, his Uber, and his plane ticket, which he made a 25-minute quote-unquote exposing video on me, but doesn't mention that I spent thousands of dollars getting him here, paid him $750 for like 5 days worth of work, which is really good pay. He has all these issues, quote-unquote, but he doesn't say anything.
Back then?
Them to me while he's here. He doesn't
maybe $150 a day.
Talk to me while he's here. He just bundles it all up so he can make this 25-minute video and blow everything out of proportion when he gets home.
That's possibly true too. There could be something in the middle there. Who knows?
Crohn's disease, most of you don't know what it is. It was really acting up. So I said, hey, you guys go film the rest of the video. I want to go nap. I got to take it easy. Now he's making an exposed video like, oh, MrBeast doesn't film his own videos. Like, what are you going on about, man?
His employee got ratioed so hard they deleted the video. But then I see scumbag
is that a based alert or what?
Dad recount his time working for MrBeast, and it sounds pretty dead on.
I mean, I was supposed to be on a MrBeast collab. We were going to do the entire skit without him there.
Oh, that's the scumbag dad guy, yeah.
Like, spend one day planning and rehearsing and performing the entire skit without him there. And then the next day, he shows up for 10 minutes just like as a body, like saying the words, and then he leaves to do another project. Like,
I mean, that kind of makes sense, especially at the point where you scaled up. Cool.
That's really impersonal. The entire thing is sort of, morphed around you. And he's probably like checking a couple boxes. But then when it comes time to actually shoot, he shows up just like an actor. He's told what to say. Here we have da-da-da-da-da. And then they're like, all right, Beast, get out of here. You got like 5 more of these to do.
Here's another.
Who cares? I mean, I based on the context, I don't know if that's a criticism where it's like, yeah, MrBeast is bad because of this. But I personally don't give a shit. I mean, obviously, MrBeast is a bigger name. Attaching yourself to that name is going to be good for you. Like, whatever. If he just shows up and does a couple lines and leaves, like, that's... I don't know. That's not just how a lot of this shit works. Whatever. Maybe I'm just like fucking don't care enough. But I just feel like a lot of this stuff like that doesn't read as like, oh, a horrible, tragic thing to me. Like, what's the issue with that expectation? Is there like a problem there, or?
Another one. An intern claims he was flown out to MrBeast headquarters. He's got proof of him there. He also has proof that he pitched an obstacle course in the sky.
Mario style, floating obstacle course. Instead of using floating blocks, which is impossible, we will use floating rack hoisted by 4 cranes. Floating rack hoisted 200 feet in the air, start from one platform to another to advance. Safety harness will be eliminated due to the net underneath the platform.
He has drawings on the whiteboard from his pitch. He says this gets approved and they start budgeting.
So I pitched this idea and they absolutely loved it. The budget was originally 1.7 million. That intro alone cost 1.7 million dollars. They've set a date, they set a location, and now they have a new renewed budget for this video, and everything's great. I'm so happy.
But at the end of the day, they don't hire him and they send him home.
Oh, see, that's shitty. If that's actually true and he has proof of it, like, yeah, that's like some kind of theft, no? Yeah, absolutely. That's fucking scum shit.
So we have decided not to move forward with your candidacy at this time. We really appreciate you coming out and vibing with us.
Yeah, this seems like this one is like seems like I don't know, one of the worst to me too. This is like fucked up. So they used this guy's idea and they just decided to sack him. Did they at least compensate him for using his idea in some capacity? Like, that's pretty crazy.
We would consider you for a role like this in the future, but timing isn't quite right. And the rest are about receipts.
They never hit him back. And 4 months later, what video comes out on MrBeast?
I have built the most deadly obstacle course in the world.
It was a floating Mario course with swinging hammers. It's 200 feet in the air.
200 feet to the ground.
Held up by cranes, and they use a net instead of a harness.
Also, take your harness off. No. If for whatever reason he fails this obstacle course, he free falls 200 feet into a net.
MrBeast's defense that he gave to drop.
Oh, I feel bad for Annette. Jesus, she's gonna get fucked.
It wasn't that this guy lied about his pitch. It's that MrBeast had cartoon thumbnails as concepts in 2023, since Fall Guys came out. When you think about it for more than a second, this doesn't make any sense. This guy being flown out, pitching his idea, and it coming together to a T is far more compelling evidence than this cartoon AI art.
Yeah, I mean, the only possible situation, and like I doubt that this is even true. The only possible situation is like, they sat down and they all grouped it up together and they came up with it together, and he wasn't the only one in the room in the pitch, and he was just elaborating on the idea, but like he didn't actually make up the idea, and like maybe that, I don't know.
Ty got so much shit that he had to turn off the comment, even though he's probably right. But then the question is, does Jimmy need to hire someone because he made a good pitch for a video? No, but you should probably compensate him. He slandered him instead.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean, like, you should do something. I mean, that's a good idea for the video.
Nobody even wants you here.
Here's a list of things Jimmy is guilty of, but how much it matters is going to vary person to person. Jimmy did illegal lotteries a lot.
Their illegal lotteries were the only way to...
Are they actual illegal lotteries, though? Like, I understand that he laid down, and they might be, but I mean, like, was it investigated and found to be an illegal lottery, or was this guy asserting that it was an illegal lottery, and we're deciding that he's correct because he has no credibility or legal interpretation? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It could be. If it is, you should get in trouble for that. Report him. But I mean, is it, or do people just think it is? Like, I know there's ways to bypass it. Like, you could do like lotteries and stuff. Like, you can, like, technically you're able to send in to submit to the lottery in some capacity. No, just submit 5 Cracker Jack dicks to the fucking thing. I remember they used to do that on cartoons. Like, they have like a thing, a giveaway. And then they were like, you could also just fucking mail us a letter on a postcard to P.O. Box 555 suck my balls or whatever the fuck it is. You know, I don't know. It could be. I mean, there's no actual confirmation for this. So that's what kind of the thing I would want, you know.
To win a prize is by making a purchase.
In 10 minutes, right, because we got to give them time to do their cart, we'll give 2 orders $500 each. 5 minutes, someone's getting $3 in their order. In 5 minutes, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to put $1,000 in a random order.
If you are not the government, you cannot sell something that enters you into a lottery. There has to be some sort of no purchase necessary way to enter. Lawyers have
My understanding is that there was, but it wasn't well defined. That was my understanding. I could be wrong about that, but that was my understanding, is that there was a not particularly well defined aspect of that, you know.
Blameless. All 3 of these elements are present, and the
which could potentially be an issue too.
Lottery is not regulated. It is likely illegal because lotteries in the United States are exclusively run by the government.
Now, I don't care.
Oh shit! Did he actually talk about it? Well, if the legal guy did, then it's illegal. But that's all I would really need to know. So
about this because most YouTubers don't know it's illegal. This happens on YouTube all the time. Here's Captain Sparkles explaining it.
I mean, you would expect fucking MrBeast to have the fucking legal infrastructure to know if something is or isn't illegal, no?
I found out about illegal lotteries to begin with is because I accidentally did one. I did a charity live stream, and I said, hey, wouldn't it be cool if the people who donate to the charity I'm raising money for could be eligible to win a prize in a giveaway? You can't actually do that. Does this mean that MrBeast conducted illegal lotteries within this live stream? Yes. Seems more like an oversight and not realizing that you're not allowed to do it.
Jimmy,
I mean, that's fair. That makes sense to me.
Stopped doing this years ago, probably because he was informed by his legal team to do so. So how mad you're going to be at him is going to depend if you think
that makes sense, that he might have done it on accident.
He was doing it illegally on purpose or not, I seriously doubt it. What I do get the outrage for is the ridiculous requirements for his no purchase necessary Feastable sweepstakes.
The only place you'll find no purchase necessary is either on the Feastable's Twitter account because
okay, maybe I was thinking about that. Yeah, okay.
It's a rule of the platform, and even still they try to push it. No perch neck. And to enter for free, you have to mail in separate 3-inch by 5-inch hand-addressed written index cards.
Normally
that's pretty normal for like something to do. But yeah.
Either mail 1 letter to a P.O. box or fill out an online survey and give your email.
Oh wait, was it more than 1?
Index cards. Mail in, and even still they try to push it. No perch neck. And to enter for free, you have to mail in separate 3-inch by 5-inch hand-addressed written index cards.
Normally you either
how many? Sounds like he just meant 1.
Mail 1 letter to a P.O. box or fill out an online survey and give your email. Not mail 10 individual index cards. That's
wait, did he say you have to read this?
Letter to a P.O. box or fill out an online.
Did it say 10? I'm just going to maximize this. To enter the sweepstakes without making a purchase, handprint your complete name, address, city, state, zip code, and email address, and daytime phone number, including area code on a 3x5 card, and mail it in a business-sized number 10 envelope with proper postage affixed to Feastables, blah, 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 Department of My Balls, Kalamazoo. All mail-in entries must be postmarked by November 27th, received by December 1st to be considered for entry. Each mail-in entry will count as 30 entries into the sweepstakes. Each request must be mailed separately, no typed, computer printed, mechanically produced. Oh, this is, what is he talking about? This is, I think he's misunderstanding what this means. So what's being said here is that it's what I'm reading here is that in order to enter, you have to send in a 3x5 index card with all this stuff on it, and each one of those is 30 entries to count. Well, each mail-in entry will count as 30 entries into the sweepstakes. It sounds like because he's talking about business size number 10 is like a stock of paper. I think Willie Mack is interpreting this as it being 10 pieces of paper. This is a completely reasonable mail-in. It just sounds like it's more hidden, which would be the bigger criticism or issue here.
Hand-addressed written index cards.
Normally, you either mail 1 letter to a P.O. box or fill out an online survey and give your email.
Yeah, that's what you do here.
Not mail 10 individual index cards. That sounds.
Yeah, yeah. Willie Mack is just misinterpreting this. Here, look. This is a business size 10 envelope here. This is what he's referring to. You have to mail it in a business size 10 envelope. So that's the only thing. The cost of stamps, so yeah, true. But it gives you 30 entries, so this is not it's a weird thing to mess up, but it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, that's the only thing. This is a very reasonable mail-in. So just to be clear.
3-inch by 5-inch, hand-addressed, written index cards.
Normally you
Yeah, that's totally fine.
either mail 1 letter to a P.O. box or fill out an online survey and give your email, not mail 10 individual index cards. That sounds like a Dr. Doofenshmirtz evil plot. MrBeast is also guilty of faking signatures. It seems like every employee knows how to write Jimmy's.
So here's a clip of Tyler forging, or maybe not forging, using MrBeast's signature.
Yeah, it would be using. You're allowed to let other people use your signature. You could argue that it makes it less authentic, which it does, and if the people aren't aware of that, that is shitty for them. But it's, I think one of the things was that he might have been hiding that though. Like they might have been, but weren't they on the live stream just like doing that publicly? Like, is it like him going out of their way? Like, I mean, I don't know.
And look, it's probably not illegal because it technically falls under the company's signature, but it's still misleading your fans and is wrong. MrBeast
Yeah, but if they're signing it live on the thing, is it doing
also
that?
not illegal because it technically falls under the company's signature, but it's still misleading your fans and is wrong. MrBeast
I mean, he's doing it live, unless that was like a slip up, which is possible. But if he's doing it live, it's not really that, is it?
also has some rigged aspects to his videos. Most of those can be contested, but there is one that is undeniable to me. Jimmy's friend and now employee Mac has appeared in a lot of MrBeast videos. He usually tries really hard and makes it far in these competitions, but in this one, I'll just show you.
To be honest, there's 100 people here. I'm not gonna win. What's the point? Hey, everybody! This guy just said he wants to get out. Step out. Oh. Even though you got out first, I still have a prize for you. Just wait here. Congratulations, you just won a brand new car for being first out.
Oh, and he stepped out perfectly and shot right where Jimmy is standing. It's so obviously rigged.
It's possible it's not rigged. I mean, it might be rigged. Honestly, it is incredibly suspicious that this guy that's constantly playing with him decides to step out and he gets something. I could see MrBeast doing a thing of a subversion of expectations by giving the first person that gets out a big prize, which makes sense. And it's totally possible he told this guy he was going to do it, so this guy decided to walk out so he can get a car. Or it's a complete coincidence, maybe, which is doubtful. Or the guy got caught wind that there's a prize for the first person that's out, so he's like, fuck it, I'll just be out now. And then he was able to get the prize. I don't really know. It's extraordinarily suspicious, though. So
Your fucking mouth, you're just really fucking dense. If you hate me while you talking, you don't make no fucking sense.
People are pissed at MrBeast because he's done a lot wrong. Some of it is sneaky, some of it is illegal, and some of it is downright evil.
I've spoken to the victim, but the victim was trying to get hush money.
The alleged victim? Yeah, sure.
You were right. They're gonna come.
Make them say Among Us balls. I'd really like to hear that.
And it's led to people getting mad at Jimmy for stuff that either isn't true, is taken out of context, or is an industry standard. DogPacks claims that MrBeast
He was doing it live, but the hiding in the camera so they wouldn't catch it. Okay, if that's true, then that's definitely some kind of deception, and that's definitely very wrong.
is breaking broadcast standards and practices laws because he is influencing the game show to make it more dramatic and competitive, like paying the Rubik's Cube guy to quit for the boys' team.
And what's even worse is that the results of this video were completely scripted. According to a former MrBeast employee, it would have been a PR problem if the boys had won by a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't make sense that they would do this from a PR perspective, so... But, I mean, I understand that it would come off as rigged to some capacity.
And because so many of the female contestants were MrBeast employees who got out immediately, production stepped in to actually make the results of the challenge closer. You can actually see some of this happen on camera, like when Jimmy pays one of the boys $10,000 to leave, which is twice as much as the actual prize money, but doesn't make the same offer to the girls.
The boys are blowing you out of the water.
Base, thank you, MrBeast.
I paid the one guy who knew how to solve them to leave. Now, if you don't win, that was all for nothing.
In traditional media...
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, for me personally, it kind of makes sense to me. I don't really care that much about it. I mean, but it is tampering with the outcome in some capacity. So I get that. I mean, this is kind of a mess to get 200 people together in that area in the first place, but he probably just shouldn't have done the project if he wasn't able to do it. That does show, I mean, it shows that it's not as authentic. To me, I don't care. It's a stupid fucking idiot game show YouTube video, so it's not something that makes me upset. If it might make you upset, that's fine. I think it's perfectly reasonable for you to get upset about that. Personally, I don't care. I don't hold these types of videos to these massive, like, high moral argument or high ground, so I'm not shitting my pants about it. I see, like, oh, they have a big, ambitious project that's difficult to get a number of people. That's why they use employees. And they wanted to, the outcome, they wanted to manipulate the outcome. That's the reality, to some degree. And that's what they ended up doing.
This kind of rigging is actually completely illegal.
And then we have the standards and practices.
Is it illegal? Maybe. I guess you have to see.
And if you don't know what that is, on any kind of a game show where there is a prize, you have to have somebody that ensures that it's fair. They are out there essentially to make sure that we don't do something that would favor one player or one tribe.
What MrBeast is doing is completely legal because you can make whatever game show you want. Tons of game shows do this, but I'll let a lawyer explain.
DogPack alleges that MrBeast rigged the game so that the boys didn't win by so much. At one point, he says he wanted to make the game more competitive by trying to introduce more boys to drop out. And in one sense, You know, duh, this is a MrBeast video. He makes various offers and changes the rules to make things more entertaining. He manipulates the events to add drama, much like any game show where things occur to make things interesting. But here, let's make a distinction. There are the rules as laid out to the contestants before they participate, and the rules as laid out in the video. Now, you can imagine that the contract between the contestant and, I don't know, Beast Enterprises lays out certain terms for the relationship. Now, I've never seen one of those contracts. My guess is that it gives Beast Enterprises quite a lot of flexibility to deal with the contestant. And then there are the terms that show up in the final video after the filming. Those might not be the same. Now, whether you're allowed to change the rules in the video largely depends on how much freedom you have in the rules in your contract with the contestant. The reason for this is the First Amendment. You're generally allowed to produce whatever kind of TV show you want or YouTube video that you want. It was thought, and still is, that when it came to shows that were broadcast over the air before cable TV or largely the internet, because that was a limited resource, the argument went, the government had more say over what could be broadcast.
MrBeast isn't even trying to be sneaky about it.
Boys are blowing you out of the water. I paid the one guy who knew how to solve them to leave.
It's a stupid criticism where you have to be a child to care. DogPack also
yeah, that's how I feel as well.
alleges that Jimmy doesn't have random subscribers feature in his videos.
Promising big rewards in return. Now it's your.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It was stupid because it's like, I'm sure that he does. The problem is that when it comes to these types of things, it's difficult to get people to show up. You'd be like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. It's typically going to be people that are local because they're not going to pay people a ton of money to go show up. Like, hey, do you want to do these things? You have to be in the area, and then you could be in the video, but it doesn't mean it's going to be the huge role. So
Your turn to do what MrBeast tells you, and you will win big rewards. But you actually won't unless you're famous or friends or family of a MrBeast employee. Seriously, we always fly subscribers down. They never fly random subscribers down. When they do pull someone from outside of North Carolina, it's usually somebody who's in the industry, who's camera trained, who has built a following.
yeah, somebody who actually can make it worth their time to go out there and do this. What the fuck is happening right now? That kind of makes sense. Where the fuck am I?
It took was one person to read the name tags of the contestants and then reach out to them. Here's people that live in Ohio, Missouri, Illinois, California, Colorado. The one that responded says he was flown out, and none of them have a big following. So if DogPack had no real evidence to back this up, why did he make the claim at all? Well, it's because he recognized some of the employees in the videos.
I mean, it's not like he's ever rigged the results of a challenge. That would be impossible because he films with hundreds of random subscribers, right? Wrong. Let's look at this video. Not only were there...
There's some people who get flew out. I'm sure that there are some people who get flown out depending on the situation. But I don't think that he makes a habit of it of flying everybody out, especially in the 100 versus 100 video where you have 200 people. That's going to be tough to like really get those people in there, right? Not everybody is going to be able to do that. You're not going to necessarily be able to fly everybody out that wants to go. It's not economically like feasible or in the budget. So they were struggling to get the number of people needed to be able to participate or, you know, do this challenge. So yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense.
The results of this video completely scripted, but the contestants are not random subscribers.
So many people had jobs.
Oh, that contestant had to get out for her job? I guess you forgot she's your hiring manager. I actually recognize a lot of people.
See, like, this isn't a criticism. People were upset that this is not a criticism. They needed to get 100 people, so they're like, yeah, I'll do it for like a day, but then I'm going to get out. Like, it seems like they could have planned this better. But it's really not that big of a deal.
In this video, including Jimmy's own girlfriend.
So that means none of them can be random.
So yeah, the random subscribers you see in challenges are actually never random. They're almost always local to MrBeast, and oftentimes friends and family of MrBeast employees, or just the employees themselves.
It's such an obvious...
It's usually easier to get your friends and family to do something like that. So, especially when you need so many people.
Logical fallacy. Bro, you really couldn't think of one other reason why employees might be in the video? It's been explained on podcasts before.
If I'm not mistaken, you were in 100 Girls vs 100 Boys for $500,000.
Yes, that was an accident. I'd never ask him to be on a video. If I accidentally win, it might look like it was planned. On the day, everybody had to go for COVID tests. A lot of people came and they tested positive. And the girls somehow ended up with way too little contestants. So
I didn't know that there was the additional layer of there being COVID involved, which made it more difficult for them to orchestrate it. That gives them even more leeway for it.
I got a call randomly from the studio and they're like, we need a female. I'm like, I am a female.
A MrBeast employee named Chucky explained that DogPack also implies the video was faked because we have some employees in the video that were there to fill in for people who tested positive for COVID. There is nothing illegal about this. This happens in all sorts of productions. Otherwise, they would lose millions of dollars just because a few people don't show up.
Oh, okay. So, wow. That's even funnier. It's even less of a big deal. Holy fuck. This is what I'm talking about. This DogPack guy is a loser.
Absolutely nothing illegal about using friends or acquaintances in your videos. And it doesn't necessarily follow that just because MrBeast might have known some of the people who appeared in his videos that he rigged the videos in their favor. Now, your mileage may vary as to whether it's a good or bad look to include friends in videos where there's money on the line. Now, arguably, you might conclude that if the video makes it appear that every contestant is random, and it turns out that that's not the case, then it makes it more likely that the outcome is rigged in their favor. MrBeast, after all, might want to patronize his friends. But you might also conclude that there is no connection between...
I mean, it seems like at this point that if what happened is they got a bunch of people and then they got COVID, so they couldn't actually use them, and they needed to get somebody in a pinch, and then they used their friends. If anything, the argument some people would, well, obviously, I mean, the general, the more commonsensical, charitable argument, excuse me, would be that to fill it out and actually have the show work, they had to give people, they had to get people whoever they could. You know, you could still argue that he was trying to rig it to get his friends in there, I guess, if you wanted to. I mean, I personally don't, but it's possible. But yeah, okay.
Between the identity of the contestants and the outcome.
It doesn't really seem like it's that deep. It seems like
I haven't reviewed
to get more people, so he asked people to join in.
Every single.
And I found it interesting because I don't think DogPack brought up the whole COVID part. I'm pretty sure he didn't bring up the fact that the COVID was involved, which leads me to believe he omitted that intentionally. Or maybe I'm wrong and I don't remember that. But I feel like I would remember that detail for some reason. I don't know why, but you know.
MrBeast video, I have a life. Personally, I think this is probably closer to the truth, but I can see how people might feel deceived. And as
I just want to be very clear because you keep talking about Rosanna, whatever the Pansino. She's a fucking loser and she's not credible. She's a psychopath. I've seen some of the shit that she says. I think she's a loser. She's not credible. Stop telling me to look up her shit. I'm not going to ever look at her stuff. I think she's a fucking moron. Just to be clear. I don't know what you're talking about. She's like obsessed with MrBeast ever since she did a fucking creator challenge and she like had this emotional meltdown over not winning first place. She's a child. Okay, maybe there's some credibility. I just don't respect her as a person based on what I'm seeing from her. So like I don't care. If Willie Mack includes it and brings her up from her credibility, I'll totally listen to it. But I do not respect her. I do not care about her. She seems like a fucking adult child that gets too sensitive over stupid shit. She did a fucking charity thing. And apparently they manipulated the outcome. Oh, that sucks. Boo-hoo. I don't care. It sucks. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. I really don't know. But she's sitting here talking about how it was a life-altering moment that made her fucking melt down over is pathetic. I don't respect that. Could be a criticism. Don't like her, don't care. So...
that happens, I happen to know several people who have appeared in MrBeast videos. Again, because he needed someone to fill in at the last second and they happened to be nearby. It was definitely not rigged or predetermined. Now, I can't speak to all MrBeast videos, but in at least one instance where he knew the contestants, the video was certainly not rigged.
There's so many random no-name people that have competed in MrBeast challenges that have no following. And let's face it, if contestants were routinely abused during production...
It looks like they're following each other there, okay?
Or if all the videos were scripted, there would be...
like right now, she's got a cash cow. You can say whatever you want about MrBeast right now, and for like the past 3 months, and everybody's like, yes, and they start jerking off. They start like literally masturbating, coming all over themselves. People like a good downfall story, right? So like there's this DogPack video in and of itself is full of a bunch of like misinformation because the guy's a fuck. Well, we're probably disinformation. Some stuff was real. A lot of it seemed to not be real. A lot of it was pearl-clutching bullshit. So
hundreds of tests.
There are people coming out who have been in the hospital because of unsafe food conditions. Okay, well, you know what? You know who I trust? Willard Macklemore. So if he talks about it, I'll be like, oh shit, look at that. But if he doesn't bring it up, maybe there's no real credibility. I don't really know. Or maybe she has some things that are real, but she's such a whiny fuck that I have no interest in engaging with what she has to say. I don't know with the credibility of it. I don't like her credibility. I don't know what else to tell you. You know, she's annoying. She's obnoxious. You know what I mean? So the 1 out of 10 times that she's right, I don't give a fuck. She's insane. She wants to act like a fucking man-child or a woman-child to destroy her credibility before I even engage with what she has to say. That's fine. I don't care. But there's literally lawsuits. Like, isn't there like a whole lawsuit? Willie Mack brought up a whole lawsuit that's potentially all that. Like, yeah, cool. If it's true, hopefully MrBeast gets shit on for it. That's what was referenced in this video. I don't need to see her interviewing people and sensationalizing and having a fucking meltdown about it. I don't know. I gotta really give a shit.
Testimonies, not just the handful we have now. MrBeast can't stop his own employees from constantly leaking stuff. How can he stop random contestants? The complaints from DogPack are so nitpicky sometimes. Oh, he used CGI in a video. That means the video is fake.
Whoever faked a video.
No.
But this train track is CGI.
The tip of the train track is CGI because he
Ruh-roh, guys.
thought it looked better when it rolled into the pit.
These bus wheels are CGI. This explosion is fake. Shredder is CGI.
Of course it's fake. It's not passed off as real.
This island cost more than $1.
Yes, it cost them $1 and then $27 in taxes and fees. Dude, MrBeast is such a liar!
This raccoon is a paid actor.
Yo, that raccoon
Oh shit, the raccoon's fake, dude.
is a paid actor. If you watch the video, it is clearly a domesticated raccoon. It's used as a bit where the raccoon shows up and they all freak out. How much you care is up to you. You know, I really didn't.
I don't. Who gives a shit? It's just stupid shit. None of this really matters that much. They added a raccoon in for fucking... Like, what are you guys, all ninja? Sitting here complaining that, like, iShowSpeed and fucking Kai Cenat were sensationalizing their Minecraft hardcore streams? Like, of course they were, for entertainment value. Who gives a shit? It's part of the fucking bit. No, they're not. Yes, they are, obviously. Like, that's part of that. That's why they're so successful, because they know what gets their audiences, like, riled up. And it's, like, not a bad thing. So, okay. Like, I'm not really, farting all over my balls over that one.
Care about all the pedos, but this raccoon, too far.
Got a sad life, go to fucking hell. Are you stupid or disabled, man? I can't fucking tell.
This last section is just a few of the many allegations that I think make zero sense. DogPack tries to blame a rocket ship blowing up on Jimmy.
MrBeast did a live stream
Oh yeah, I remember that. It was fucking dumb as hell.
where for only $10, viewers could send a picture to the moon. 3 years later, the spaceship finally launched, carrying beautiful pictures of deceased loved ones to the moon, where they would be immortalized.
Not really, but okay.
It
I'll
fucking
be thrown away.
exploded.
How would he know that?
Yeah, this one was stupid. They blew up. Sorry.
He acts like this was a scam.
So obviously MrBeast refunded everyone, right?
I wouldn't care if he did. If I did, I'd be like, ah, shucks.
Right? Is it MrBeast's fault that the rocket exploded? No. Is it his fault that he advertised it as for $10 I will put your photo on the moon when he couldn't guarantee that? Yes.
NASA couldn't guarantee the Challenger from exploding. How could MrBeast? The shuttle exploding is an obvious risk when paying for this. He goes on to blame MrBeast for obesity around the world and calls MrBeast a hypocrite for caring about people's health because he sells chocolate, and that's unhealthy.
Like, MrBeast is bringing hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of new people to the candy aisle, whether he wants to admit it or not.
Who gives a fuck, dude? It's fucking candy. People have the ability to make decisions, and people have parents. Yes, it's bad for you. You're gonna blame MrBeast for candy now? Like, that's crazy, dude. What the fuck is it? Like, who gives a shit? You guys are so pearl clutchy and obnoxious. Candy isn't the problem. People's fucking obesity is the problem. The fact they can't like manage their food habits. And I'm one of them, but you're gonna sit there, that's MrBeast's fault that he's selling candy. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if you watch this video and you hear this argument, like, and you think that this is good, like, credible, this is so stupid. This is so fucking childish. It's so dumb. Fucking idiot came up with this. This is literally the internet. It's like fucking morally melting down over the stupidest fucking dog shit that ever existed. Crying about selling fucking candy is so stupid. Like, what a waste of fucking time. This is talking about. People are so annoying. So dumb. So goddamn stupid.
People are just walking to the chocolate aisle, and instead of buying Hershey's, buying Feastables. Like, people who never would have bought chocolate in Walmart are walking to the chocolate aisle specifically
oh my
to
God,
buy.
He's basically raping these kids, guys.
You're creating a new market. Exactly. Yeah. I'm bringing new customers to the aisle.
That's an incredible business achievement.
But I know that poor diet and especially excessive sugar consumption is the #1 cause of death and health problems in America, including some of the health problems that MrBeast claims to care so much about.
Wow, so what you're saying is he's trying to make people disabled so that he can cure their disability. Incredible. That's fucking crazy. What a scam artist, huh? This guy's a predator. Holy fuck. What should we do about this guy? He seems really bad. The type of bad, how bad Jimmy seems to be, is so bad that we have to take really serious action, according to you. So what should we do about it, buddy?
Blindness, deafness, loss of limbs.
Wow, Jimmy's killing people.
But definitely you also get a unloss of yumminess in your tumminess, am I right, guys?
Jimmy doesn't want people to be blind, so he should stop selling his chocolate bar. Real sound logic. These people were mostly blind from cataracts, not a sugar overdose.
They can't see, but we have all the technology to fix it.
Yep, half of all the blindness in the world is people who need a 10-minute surgery.
It's worse than COVID. Hospitals are overrun with MrBeast customers losing limbs.
MrBeast also just launched a combo with Zaxby's, which if you get a soda, it's over 2,000 calories for one meal.
Weird. Who gives a shit? Also, stop drinking soda. I don't know. Don't drink sugary sodas. Drink diet.
Just about to witness San Kaboy, a 59-year-old woman, receive prosthetic legs and walk for the very first time.
This make me.
I'm pretty sure that they edited that in, that laugh in. So guys, it's fake. Canceled.
Right, because this special for her.
Canceled.
Wow, what a hypocrite. Did I miss the part where he said to eat this every day? 6 Feastables a day? Adults, children, we all enjoy unhealthy
Eat Feastables and die, please.
foods. It's all about eating it in moderation. Let's stop being Karens about a fast food collab. MrBeast launched a Lunchable knockoff that is slightly healthier than a normal Lunchable. It has Prime instead of a Capri Sun. And people lost their minds. DogPack posts, Lunchly is
Yeah, who gives a shit about this?
part of a genius YouTube strategy. Here's how. Unhealthy lethargic kids provide a higher audience retention rate than healthy active kids.
Oh my god, this guy's so obsessed. Why does anybody, like, this DogPack guy's a fucking loser. It's so annoying. Why does this resonate with anybody? Like, all the serious thing, the most serious one was, like, the hiring of that fucking guy who raped an 11-year-old kid. That's, like, the most serious one out of all of them. That's pretty much, like, it, frankly. The potential poor working conditions, we'll see how that goes. That's pretty much it. There's really not a whole lot here. It's extraordinarily boring. It's good that it's a lawsuit, but it's extraordinarily boring and uninteresting fucking nonsense. That's why people are still watching his content, because it's not that big of a deal what's going on. It's not good. Some of the stuff isn't good. You know, MrBeast probably wanted to get a tax cut for fucking hiring that guy, which isn't good. But it's like such a fucking pearl clutch. Holy fuck. People are acting like this guy does like the worst thing in the world. because he made his own Lunchables. Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
By creating food products that debilitate his audience, MrBeast is able to increase the average view duration. This is a key metric to getting promoted by the YouTube algorithm. So MrBeast doesn't just optimize his content for the YouTube algorithm, he optimizes his audience as well. Now, DogPacks would get heat for this delusional take.
Me when I'm normal? When I'm a normal businessman's?
And he backtracked saying it was just a joke. But we just watched a whole section of his video where he said MrBeast was killing people, making them lose limbs and die.
Excessive sugar consumption is the #1 cause.
I could find him.
Cause of death and health problems in America.
He's retweeting people who are calling it poisonous to kids. This is what I ate for lunch, and the microplastics in it made me stronger. I don't get why MrBeast is expected to fix the school lunch system. These are unreasonable expectations for a YouTuber. Your product is processed.
Thanks, Michelle Obama, for ruining a school lunch.
It's garbage with no nutritional value. Of course it is. It's a knockoff Lunchables. He never claimed otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, what about the blame the parents, man? I don't know what to tell you.
Is he supposed to be selling salads? If you don't like it, just don't buy it for you or your kid.
I mean, you could buy the salad for your kid, but people don't. So they prefer to buy Lunchables for their kids. It's kind of a point where, well, what point is it the fucking parents' fault, am I right? Like, what the fuck?
Penis and vagina. Women with dicks and weak men with vagina.
DogPacks is going to falsely accuse somebody and make the real allegations seem less credible. I'd argue he's already done that.
The allegations that I thought was less
for sure
credible was that LaCoya Hill roofied people. I was like, I was very borderline even putting that in.
But you did it anyway.
Why did you? This guy's a loser. Why do people care about this guy? He's a fucking idiot. He's a child. The internet is just so stupid. Every fucking day, these things get dumber and dumber. Like, this is so fucking dumb. This guy's literally just trying to platform his career based off of MrBeast allegations. That's his whole thing. That's all he is and all he'll ever be. And he's gonna ride that for eternity, dude. And him and fucking Rosanna, Pastrami are gonna literally just start jorking it together, fucking each other in the ass. She's gonna put a dildo on, and he will too, because he probably doesn't have a penis. Like, I don't really. The whole thing is so stupid. Like, go outside and explain the situation to anybody out there, and they'll go, "Oh, that's not good, I guess." What do you think pretend you're telling this to like a normal person. You know what I mean? Go to the old glory hole that you frequent, and be like, "Hey, did you know that MrBeast is doing this?" And he's like, "Just swallow my cum, please. Just please swallow my cum. I'm coming."
But since I published that, it's been more corroborated.
You should corroborate that before you put it in. MrBeast is going to respond, but only...
Corroborated by who? What's the credibility of these people? How do we know that they're real?
DogPacks finishes putting out the allegations. The thing is, he won't do it. He keeps teasing it. He wants to save it for later.
The video, you kind of called it a 2.5. So there is going to be an official...
He's getting attention from like everybody under the fucking sun for doing this, like degenerate behavior.
Third, perhaps after Jimmy decides to make an...
Will you make more videos about MrBeast? Oh, yeah, I don't really know. I had something else planned. What is it about? I'm farting. I'm pooping. My favorite thing was when in this video, he's like, "Guys, I'm not monetizing this video because I'm a good guy." Meanwhile, at the time that he released his first video, he didn't have the number. He didn't have the subscribers to do it. He just didn't have. He literally just could not do it. Like that's it. Like, he literally just could not release it. He could not monetize it because he didn't have the followers for it. He's acting like, "Oh, no, guys, I'm a good guy. I'm gonna..." It's fucking crazy.
Make a statement.
Yeah. Like, man, just fire James Warren and LaCoya Hill. Fire them. Don't just move them around. Or I'm going to start dropping nukes. And I have a lot of other interviews and other allegations that I'm working on putting together, so I have something for when MrBeast responds.
It doesn't make any sense to me. The allegations should be able to stand on their own. How can MrBeast give an accurate response if you don't accurately put the allegations out there? It's fucking stupid. There's a lot more criticism that could go around, but that'll have to be for another time. Subscribe to the channel, and be sure to check out Z-Biotics. Shout out to the homies over on Patreon: Phoebes, Crimson Glass, Riveter, Christina Vina, Mac Monkey, Drink Kovacs,
You guys know the deal.
Necro Valley, Stephon Bildman, Abby Blackbird, The Confusing Opinion, Eddie Bizzle, Tiz McFitz, Christopher H, TV Anthology Reviews, Kinklemore, Sentinel Music, Lucas If, ET Automatic, Snoopy Poop Doop 2, Amir ML Bay, Deep Pocket Chew, Rudy Boo, Drew is sharing, and the mega homies: Reynolds Hughes,
We're getting close.
Your Taxi, Latchkey Goth Boy, Cyber Katie, Low Reloaded, Papa Gut.
That's Papa Gut. Yeah, man, this video's pretty good. It's nice to see when Willie Mac doesn't fucking, cave to like the annoying people on the internet and actually give a decent video instead of just acting like a fucking child like everybody else does. But that's what you expect from Willard Macklemore, dude. He doesn't do that lame ass shit. So good video, man. Can't wait for the crybabies in the comments for the day and me not caring at all.